Here are the reigning Soviet champions, Evgenia Shishkova and Vadim Naumov. Evgenia 18. Vadim turns 22 next month. They're from Leningrad, third at the European Championships.
An interesting sidebar about this team is that they, as long as Mishkatuniak and Dmitriev, train with the same coach, world-famous pair coach, Tamara Moscovina.
She had a problem with the double axel, put her hand down. There will be a deduction for that. I think it's interesting when a team can change tempos as they've just done from the slow to the fast, and it gives the skater an opportunity to change moods. And if you can accomplish it in the short program, that proves you've got a real command of your music.
Shishkova and Vadim Naumov of the Soviet Union. That's a heavy mantle to wear, Soviet champions, especially for a young pair like this who have never been to the Worlds before.
It certainly is. I can remember my first Worlds, Chris. I came in not knowing what to expect, and here they are coming into their first Worlds as the Russian champions, and there's always a lot expected of you.
Here's a look at the double axel jumps. As you can see, she doesn't quite get the height on the jump, and it is forced to put her hand down on the landing.
A nice variation in a hip axle lift here, and it can demonstrate a lot of speed and flow here as they cover a lot of ice with this lift from one end of the rink to the other.
At the European Championships, it seemed like nerves got the best of them. They came in as the Soviet champions, but they really never were in contention against their other two pairs from the Soviet Union. This was a better performance, but Barb, probably not good enough to contend.
I don't think so. I thought Herbie and Isabelle were far greater than this team. They were just so much more exciting. I really think that this team will be up there, but I don't think that it's going to be a decision between first or second.
Well, there are a lot of Canadians in the audience, and it's tough to judge because the Canadians were so overwhelming in their support for Brasseur and Eisler, but it seemed to me that they didn't do much for the audience here in the Olympia Hall.
No, it was a type of program that was well skated, solid, but needs experience.
And here are the marks, and I think lower than they anticipated. Down to a 4.9 from the German judge, and Shishkova and Naumov may not be in the top three with marks like that. Here are the presentation marks, the second set of marks for the Soviet champions, and they are considerably higher. However, for the most part, fourth place marks at this point for Shishkova-Naumov, the Soviet champs. Right now, let's go to Brian Williams standing by with the national champions of Canada.
Go. Isabelle, Lloyd, congratulations. Everywhere I've gone in Munich, they say Brasseur and Eisler are the team to beat. That's a different story than when you went into Halifax. Has it put extra pressure on you?
Maybe a little bit, but we just try to not think about it. And what we try to do is come to Worlds like we did last year and have fun and skate the best we can, and no matter where we come. So that's all we wanted to do, and I think we did really good, at least in the short.
You did really good indeed. Now, all right, if it hasn't put pressure on you being the ones to beat, you had a hockey injury of all things around Christmas, crashed into a goalpost. How about recuperating? Has that maybe helped you in an odd way?
I think in some strange way, Brian, it's helped us because Isabelle has had to sort of pick up a little bit more of the slack because I couldn't do a lot, and it made her a lot stronger, and I think over the last few months, she's improved even more than she did in the last year, which is making us as a team a whole lot better. And I think now even more we look like a team, and that people are saying, oh, they're the ones to beat. And I think it's because of Isabelle having to work harder.
Medals are tomorrow night. Could it have been any better for you this evening, or is this exactly where you wanted to be?
This is exactly where we want to be. We skated well, and we don't really care where we end up, so we're happy.
All right. Good luck tomorrow. Get a good night's sleep.
Thank you.
Thanks.